Hey guys, this is GamerCat. Welcome back to Touhou, the Genius of Savros. Last time, we basically managed to get through all of the inner portions of Eientei in a single video, which hasn't happened since like stage 1 or something. Kind of ridiculous. So this time, we're going to go ahead and kill all the enemies in this place. I definitely want to get some of the levels here. The party I want to level is as follows. I don't know if this is going to be indicative of my final set, but you know, some of these will be, some of them are just ones I want to level up anyway. And yeah, I just want to go over again. It's actually been a little while since I've played this, so that's why I've recorded so many videos in bulk, because I kind of expected there would have been a point where I would not be able to record for a while, and that actually ended up happening. So yeah, I do want Merlin's stuff, and I think that's about it. That and the sword fight mastery, at least from the enemies we've fought. There may be one or two that we have not actually fought here. We'll heal just to be sure. So without further ado, let's proceed until interesting stuff happens. Oh, apparently an interesting thing is going to happen right from the word go with another one of those items that doesn't show up because we have all of the enemies killed in one go. So let's equip this to you because you're kind of in the party at the moment. So, full moon shield is actually kind of cool. It's another one of those magic blocking midweight shields, and as we've seen with the midweight shields so far, they usually have a particular element or two that they block very well. So this shield blocks Mystic better than the other elements. So yeah, magic blocking shield, good times. That was actually one of the few items that we need that I'd be interested in. So yeah, you have the other one. Let's see if we can get it. Well, before she died, we did at least learn a new skill, so we have Hellclaw Assassination, which is the... oh wow, Devil Ochre is terrible here. It is the column-based poison physical move, so that at least is quite good. I guess I just buff physical attack here, and then is it fire these guys are weak to? I don't remember. I probably should have just used water since that was the most powerful one I had, but oh, well, it just kind of died to that. Okay. And I do have a Slayer effect there or something, that's kind of nice. Yeah, I decided I would try Devil Ochre because I've never really tried the Devil Ochre stance before, so yeah, in addition to another level for Alice, we get that skill for Satori, so let's just quickly show it off. There we go. Column attack that damages and inflicts poison. It probably would be okay if it was magic, but it's not, so yeah. Alright, we do have a couple of level ups here, that is good. So we have Yomu getting to level 27, not so bad, and we have Sana getting one of her only other attack spells actually. I think this might be her last attacking skill, which is really weird to say at level 30, but yeah, Sewer War is a widespread, just like its predecessor, but is basically double the power. And double everything else as well, MP cost and cooldown, and yeah. It's a frog sign, what do you expect? It's full of frogs. That's generally what a frog sound would be. Well, that was a completely pointless instant death, but it's an instant death nonetheless. And we did get a magic medal from the bunny mage there as well, which is always appreciated, because magic medals are not as easy to come by as I remember them being. Wow, Satori seriously inflicted Toxic there without anything else. Well, she didn't even need her own resistance buff, induction buff there. That's actually quite insane. I didn't expect that. Huh. I guess she's a little bit more potent with her poison than I expected. I see Mind Blast has not been getting very many procs in this place, so that doesn't seem to be the way to go. Using paralysis doesn't seem to be very good here, but the poison doesn't proc on everything, but when it does proc, it's extremely powerful. So keep that in mind, I guess. It's something, if you wish to use Satori here, you probably want to use Poison Art a lot more than Mind Blast. And there is Lunatic Voice, which I don't actually remember. I think Lunatic Voice is a confusion based skill, so probably not the most useful of things for Satori to get, but we'll find out when we're done here. Actually, I don't exactly remember, but I think that's what it is. This guy's not really weak to any element, so I guess I'll just use Mystic. That is assuming it doesn't just get insta-killed here. Yep, it gets insta-killed. That's okay, because there is actually a good reason to have Yomu insta-killing stuff. So yeah, let's take a quick look at Lunatic Voice. It inflicts Berserk. Okay. That is actually interesting. So we saw what Berserk did with Raisin. It's a multi-target thing that stops the opponent from having control on their own actions. At least that multi-target thing is. Forces them to vanilla attack the opponent, and from there you get to lower their defense and evasion too, which is quite nasty. But yeah, being able to do that on the entire party is not terrible, although it should be noted that oh hey, and we get freeze ray too. Should be noted that most monsters have pretty powerful physical attacks as well, so it might not be the best thing in the end to afflict people with, but you never know. It's not a bad skill, that's for sure. And yeah, we may as well just keep talking through this one because we've been doing so for a while anyway. I just want to hopefully get this powerful mind reading off before everything dies, because it's important to be getting that off. Even if it doesn't do anything, there is a good reason to be using that skill, and we will see why a little bit later. Alright, a couple of level ups there, and actually we get an impressive new skill for Notori there. probably something I want to equip here, actually. The Zero Fighter's not really that good, so Optical Camouflage. It is a self-target move that the Touhou can use, a bomb skill, that will block up to 2 attacks that are used against her. It's actually pretty cool, because it means then the Touhou for 2 hits will not take any damage, obviously. One thing to note with the skill is that multi-hit moves that say hit 4 or 5 times will only have their first couple of hits blocked. Then it's unfortunately fair game and the Touhou will be vulnerable for the other hits. So do be aware of that it can get overwhelmed fairly easily. Looks like we get a level for Alice too, also gaining a new skill, Doll's War. This, I think, is an improved version of the Doll's Fanlax. It's a bomb skill version that enhances shield effects. So this, I'm assuming, is just stronger than Fanlax. I've never actually used it, because I find that Alice's bombs are kind of too limited in supply to be used on stuff like that. Oh, that's right. I didn't even know that thing had Pain Bond. So, Pain Bond is a skill that inversely gains power as the enemy takes damage. So basically, the lower the enemy is on health, the more damage it does to you. I actually did not know that that thing had that, otherwise I wouldn't have even bothered doing that fight. But, yeah, that kind of hurt. Oh well. Good knowledge to have, I guess. Perfect! Okay, that's exactly what I was looking for. You have no idea how long that move is taking me to get, or that item is taking me to get in previous GoS when I realized that's what dropped it. Those enemies are not the most common in the first place, and yeah, it is a very good accessory actually. Slash damage getting halved is powerful. Do not underestimate stuff like that, because basic attacks from enemies also come under slash, stab or strike. So yeah. Also, we did get a skill for Yomu there, so let's show that off real quick. Zero stance obviously is the stance that you need for it, and the Zero strength will guarantee that the next attack will be critical. This is another turn of setup, but it can be very powerful if you are dealing with what's its face? Multi-target. Like there's sort of multi-target moves in the Zero. Like if you use a bomb straight after this, then it's powerful. Guaranteeing that you'll have a critical hit next time. Yeah, it's a strong skill. It's held back a little bit by the fact of it's another turn of setup, and by then, you know, 2 turns into the fight you should probably have whittled down the enemy to the point where your multi-target's not going to work. But yeah, it's potentially very effective, that skill. Excellent, and there is sweeping learned as well. So even though Satori is gonna cop it here, that is okay, because she got a skill, and she will not lose that skill so long as I do not lose this fight, which I have no intention of doing. So the skill that she has picked up here is a dispel skill. It's a column based dispel skill too, so it's quite nice. I'm just gonna blast it with that, although it's probably gonna die from this or not, but still that's fine. It'll die from Marisa instead. And yeah, it's a physical attack, so it can miss more often, which is the annoying thing. If it was magic, it'd be a lot more powerful, but it's still decent. And yeah, we got an extra power level there too. I've stopped showing the power levels because it's really not that important in the long run. But yes, damages and dispels. So dispelling is removing variety buffs. It does remove debuffs as well, so you need to be a little bit careful with it, but it's a very, very strong skill overall. There we go. That's why Alice is our commander for this thing, because in a couple of levels, like she started at level 25, and now she has pretty much her most powerful skill in her entire arsenal. Little Legion is basically just an upgraded version of London Dolls, whereas London Dolls is a non-spell that covers one ally. Little Legion is a spell, so it does take up a bomb, and you can never get its cooldown to 0 turns, but it covers your entire party. For every attack that happens that turn, I believe you get covered. I don't think there is an upper limit for it, but I mean there might be if you got AoE'd like 3 times or something. But yeah, Alice takes all the attacks for the party for that turn. Fantastic defensive move, because of course it does trigger her shield activation stuff as well, so she'll pretty much always be shielded against those attacks, and it's just incredibly strong. It obviously does take a bomb, that is a big hindrance for it, but do not underestimate how good that skill is. Oh, beautiful! We actually get the portrait Dakimakura from this thing as well. So it's basically just a flat-out upgrade to the previous one. Has a 20% chance of blocking stuff. I think the last one only had a 10% chance. And you can block every type of attack there is, which is pretty nice, I have to say. I don't think we ever went down here when we had this stuff before. There's totally something there, which is just a reverse exit. Yeah, that's basically just the what's its face? It's the where the switch was to make the room not transparent anymore, and it pretty much just does what you would expect it would. It's a one-way trip. So there aren't too many more enemies in this place. I've already gotten pretty much everything I want except Merlin stuff. So I might... Oh, okay. I was about to say I might start trying to cherry pick the encounters to attempt to get that, but... Oh, wow. So we haven't seen the Lesser Demon in this place yet. Like I said in the description for the last video, it is a spellcasting style mon, and The one sort of problem with this setup is that the angel does have singing voice, which will raise the entire, like all of the enemy stats here, which could be dangerous. And Yomu just kind of gets right. They do have 2 attacks per turn as well, both of these guys. So this is an extremely nasty fight. I'm gonna go with this. Oh, no, do not want to hold the button down here. I need to... Ah, man, they've got so much health left too. I want to revive, but I need to party heal here. This is a problem. I don't think I can win this fight. But I want to try and at least kill the lesser demon here. Wow, that energy drain does like no damage. I guess it can cast instant death too. I didn't even realize that. You are getting there. Problem is I can't party heal again, so I don't know how I'm gonna survive this. I guess I'm just gonna have to magic buff and hope for the best here. See if that does enough. It looks like it might do. Oh, you can zombify! Oh, you! Oh, I did not know that. I think we might be screwed. I didn't know it could zombify. I guess more enemies could zombify than I thought of here. Uh-oh. Let's... I don't even know what to do now. Because Yomu is just gonna kill me. I might just have to energy drain Yomu here and hope that Satori goes ahead of her and just napalm. Yeah, oh, she just Yukuri slashed herself. Okay, I guess that's better than anything, but I seriously didn't know it could do that. That's yeah. Well, I'm not winning this fight anymore unless I double cast Earthlight Ray. But yeah, or Earthlight Ray could just kill. Okay. That was legit terrifying. Fair enough. The simplest of things can throw a massive spanner in the works here. I will admit this is not the best party for doing fights in this place, but these are the characters that I want to level up. So it's one of those, if you like, catch-22 sort of scenarios where you need to use a suboptimal party to do stuff, but that suboptimal party is going to get itself destroyed as well. I don't want to do this fight because of the pain bond in the center there. Last time I just got wrecked trying to do a fight like this. Yeah, it's a tough situation really to be in that sense. Oh, very nice. Get the Eagle Spear from this guy too, so that's kinda cool. And, well, yeah, Energy Drain doesn't affect that. It wasn't my initial target for that move, so... Instant death is kinda fun. So, yeah, the Eagle Spear. It's a lance, so as usual I don't particularly like it, but it can multiply strike, which is something. So I guess this is one of the better ones that way, because you can hit more than once, but I still don't really like it. It is still a lance after all. Yeah, I really need to heal before taking on any more enemies here, so hopefully I don't get afflicted by that. Yeah, there's a fair few still to go, so we'll see how this goes. Hopefully I get the Merlin stuff, because that's the one I really want here. Oh man, them Yukari! So, how best to handle this? Well, This is where I wish I had calculated, no, not calculated barrage, Rage 8, because Rage 8 would be really cool against these guys, but I don't, so we're just gonna have to hope that they don't run away in time. There's a crit for 3 damage. Am I gonna get it? Oh, it didn't run. Maybe. Come on, yeah, there we go. Extra 1000 experience, can't go wrong with that because we get some good level ups with that. So level 29 Atori, Satori of course the same, and Sanai to 31. Unfortunately, with Sanai being the white mage in this, and with resistance being so potent in this game, she inevitably is going to level up an awful lot, and yeah, I don't necessarily like that so much, but that is the game that we have to play, so this is a tricky fight to work through because the column nature makes Devaloka kind of bad, and with physicals being reflected by the bottom guy and magic being reflected by the top, this is rough. I guess I can't even use napalm, but I think I can use Earthlight Ray because Marissa's laser attacks, by virtue of her tree, ignore reflect, so she won't get hit by that as long as I'm using a laser based move, which is fine. Poison Art of course didn't do anything. I didn't really expect it to, but whatever. Ooh. I wonder if this will work. Be kinda cool if it does, but we'll just have to see. Sunburst, I think, gets a Slayer effect here, so we'll buff that and laser away. So let's see. Kanpaku Flash, does it work? Boom! Nope. That's okay. Worth a shot. No, it doesn't get a Slayer effect. Ugh. This is looking kinda nasty, but then again, this guy is almost dead, so it's not so bad. And I guess I'm just gonna zero Kelvin Buster there for the spell card effect. We'll party heal everyone, just because I need to heal 2 characters in the same turn. And fire away. I don't expect this to do anything, but apparently it did, and it can get reflected. Okay, I did not know this. Thankfully she got herself hit out of it, but yeah, I actually did not know that you could have powerful mind reading reflected. That is nasty, and I don't know how much I like that. Okay, well, at least now we know. It's good information, if nothing else, and yeah, there we go. Well, we didn't get the Merlin stuff I was after, but we did get a level for Yomu, and we got the mallet, so heck yeah. It's one of the items I ignored getting before. I guess it's not terrible in the sense of it ignores enemy defense quite a bit, but it also has ridiculously bad accuracy, as do pretty much all blunt weapons. So you'd have to be really careful when using it, but I guess it's not worthless for what that's worth. Well, I guess we're gonna get a pretty mirror from this fight as well, which is kind of nice. That's all we're gonna get, but it's worth getting nonetheless. So yeah, that's alright. I mean, more resources is always a good thing. You can never have enough of them, because as soon as you think you've got enough, you start making some equipment and it's like, oh, I just ran out of X material, like me and iron most of the time. It's like, oh, I really want to make this Sakia sword, but I don't have enough iron, and wow, that time stop. Yeah, time stop, wow! I did put my resistance up, right? Yeah, and damn, that's rough. That is really rough to get time stopped and innovation get through. It's not unheard of, it's just uncommon and not fun. The physical attack will nullify the innovation effect. Oh yes, perfect. I knew there was a reason I was talking through this one. The innovation effect was nullified there by the what am I trying to say? By the physical attack up, because innovation lowers attack and magic attack, and I buffed physical attack, which will overwrite that, because you've got an attack. At least I believe it did. It's either that or it would be really weird and it would have attack and magic attack down and then attack up, which it should cancel. I'm pretty sure it does. If it was Byakuran, then maybe not, but it's not Byakuran. So, Merlin Staff has a good bit of magic attack power behind it, and it has MP drain, 3%. So when you use physical attacks with this thing, you will get 3% of the damage that you deal back as MP. So usually it'll only be one point that way, but it's inbuilt MP drain that you don't have to give the to use the skill like the tree for. So this is actually pretty strong, and it is a 12 magic attack buff for Marissa here, with a substantial physical attack buff too, not that that matters too much. So I am actually going to equip it here, and even though I lose the mystic buff now, because that is just so powerful that I feel as if it's more important. So yeah. Alright, very nice. So that is, what is that? Is that another pretty mirror? Yeah. That enemy also drops the mirror, which is pretty good. Like, again, shield making is actually quite a strong thing to have access to, so I'm okay with this. And there's one more level for Alice, 259 HP at level 29. It's kind of amazing actually. Ooh, triple Yukari. Let's hope we can get at least one of these down. So yeah, I really wish I had Rage 8 for this, or more physical attackers at the very least, because that'd be kind of cool, but whatever, you gotta make do with what you have. So I get Yukari Slash for 2 damage. That's not great, especially when that one runs away. Oh noes. Well, we missed that too. Great. And Yukari Slash has a cooldown. Heck yeah, okay. So this one is likely going to get to run away too, but it's not going to get away without us having Energy Hand. So that's kind of cool. Energy Hand is a physically based mystic attack that isn't really very powerful, but it's still kind of cool to have. We actually do get to kill it too, because it stayed in 2 turns. Very rare that that happens, but hey, that's how the game is sometimes. So, just to quickly show it off, there you go, 7 MP, no cooldown, physical mystic move. Again, Satori's physical attack is not too great because she is supposed to be a mage after all. But I guess on occasion, again, there's gotta be a way of using those moves that I just haven't really thought about too much. But yeah, if there's a good way of doing it, I haven't found it yet, so there is that. There is Notori getting to level 30, so pretty good. This, I think, is the highest I've ever had Notori at this stage of the game. Because I always used to find Notori a little bit underwhelming, but... oh, this fight. The same fight that killed me before. Let's see if we can actually do it and not get quite so unlucky this time. Well, we might be able to do it if I can land some stuff. I think this... it's probably better to do to start with. Again, Marisa's lasers ignore reflex, so it's quite useful for that. This is the last enemy of the stage, however, so if we can win this, then that'll be great. And that Venom should help a decent bit here, because what killed me last time was just these guys having so much health and using Cold Breath and kind of wrecking my face. So now that they don't have quite as much health to do that with, we should be okay. Since I can't just use my party-wide stuff here, I'm just gonna have to go with stuff like this instead. Hopefully I could get an insta-kill or two here. Nope. Too much to ask. That's okay. Yeah, because I can't just use any old skill here thanks to reflex. I need to be a little bit more careful. Oh, they're weak to dark. I actually did not know this. Also, that just shows how fragile the party can be here. Because, yeah, Sanae was at full health there, and she just got, like, targeted down and nuked in just one turn. It's kind of bad when you think about it, but oh well. That's that fight, and that is the last enemy we have to do. So good job, Satori gets herself to level 30 as well here. I think this is also the highest I've had Satori by this point. Because even though I used Satori last time, again, when I first played this game, Satori felt utterly useless to me. I didn't really garner how strong her status stuff could be, and the first time I played this game I did have Byakuran and Moko, like, through the entire game, so they definitely jaded my views a little bit, because it's like, well, why would I use somebody like Satori who is less straightforward, and why would I bother doing that when I could just run with this sort of party instead? Anyway, next time we have a door, and inside that door is Kaguya and Eren. This is gonna be quite the fight, so yeah, I may end up taking extra time to prepare for this one. I've got to practice through it a few times and make sure that I can actually do it, because let me tell you, this is a heck of a fight, and the one character that I would really want to have for this fight is not available at the moment, unless we were to have, you know, taken this off at the start. Spoilers, Byakuran's good for this fight, but we don't have Byakuran, so we have to work out an alternative method for the fight, and that's what I'm gonna do. So next time we take on Kaguya and Eren, and totally stop the incident, because they are acting very suspicious. Who knows, maybe they are the incident perpetrators. See you guys for that then.